The rundown today is Monday, June 1st. So, since last time we spoke, basically the world is burning. Every city with riots, from New York, Boston, Miami. I mean, basically every city. Barstool people taking stances. I did a rant video. There's good and bad on every side. There's riot, bad riders. Antifa or whatever the fuck that is. I never heard of that term before.
Antifa.
Yeah, I never heard of that. But the thing's fucking madness.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it's also not really like a political issue. It's more like a human rights. Like,
yep.
The minority communities are basically like, we're being unfairly treated. This has been going on for a very long time. A guy was murdered in cold blood in the fucking broad daylight Minneapolis. Like, we have pain, we have anger. Listen to us.
The people who think they can understand. Why would you think that? You cannot understand this. If you've never gone to war, would you talk to a veteran about what it's like to be in action? No. You cannot wrap your head around this. And even if you think you can, you don't realize that you've lived a life and been like kind of conditioned in a way to not understand it. So just be quiet and sympathize. I don't think it's complicated to say if you are an extreme asshole cop, that's wrong. If you're an extreme rider, that's wrong. And if you're peaceful, but it's escalated in a way that's maybe not violent, but it's a little bit chaotic, you can say, all I can say is I get why that's happening because when they've done it peacefully, it hasn't worked.
I was trying to do it on Saturday night, retweet like the specific things I saw. The media, it's similar to the coronavirus. Everything's going on right now. What sells? It's fear and it's hysteria. The video of the police officer in Flint.
I took my helmet off and laid the batons down. Yeah. I want to make this a parade, not a protest.
In Flint, Michigan, the video of the police officer in New Jersey, like the police officers out there that are community building and speaking with protesters and walking arm in arm, like those people need to be boosted up. They need to be the people that we look to and like, hey, this is such a great example of how we can repair this relationship.
Yeah.
And it's just not. And it's not. And that's what sucks more than anything, because those are the police officers that deserve all the credit in the world.
Those are the heroes.
For being like, we need to figure out a way to gain the trust back. It's not a us versus them situation.
J.R. Smith, I mean, he just, you can't steal anything from him.
Come on, you good. Hey, you good.
Dude, how about that video? But how about also, do you see John Bone Jones walking around, like, taking spray? That's got to be the scariest thing ever.
Nice. Give me the spray can. Give me the spray can.
Hey, look, I ain't doing
Give me the spray can.
I ain't doing
it's not the way, man.
I ain't doing nothing.
Give me the spray can.
Fucking baddest man, like, on earth, the greatest fighter. I don't think those guys realized.
I don't think they had any idea. I think they just saw like a humongous black guy coming at them, and they were like 5'2", and they're like, "We'll give you the spray can." Goodell with an all-time news dump on Friday at 5:30 in the middle of riots. The NFL releases a document that looks like I'm Billy the Kid with like all transgressions. They threw in the Brady Dick thing at the end, which I kind of thought was funny. I told you I was going to do it.
Yeah, we knew.
I said we're going to throw the biggest fuck you Goodell party the same night.
By the way, when we do go back, I've been in the office. I go in like 3 or 4 times a week. The mice and the rats have gotten very bold. They do not. They're not.
Well,
scared.
this is how. Dan, that's Apocalypse 101.
Yeah, there's. I think someone told me that there's a box of Cheez-Its upstairs on the 3rd floor, and they went to open it, and like every single bag was empty.
Well, that's
the
problem.
They threw all of it.
The rats were eating each other and getting like apocalyptic because there was no like food in the streets because nobody was out there. So they found like the jackpot at the Barstool
HQ. We got more than enough food to let them.
Like the Pied Piper just descending upon our fucking office.
They're gonna be drunk on Nooners every day too. Like it's a fucking party.
Pandemic, world riots, blah blah blah. All right.
Down Tuesday, June 2nd. The difference in today is it's all manifesting in the form of this Instagram blackout. My thoughts are that this was well-intentioned and a good idea, and it has some positive ramifications, but I also think some negative ones that they didn't intend, and it kind of turned into more of a gimmick and a clusterfuck than they ever really thought.
It's not about you. It's about, like, we're in a position where people look up to us, people listen to us, people care what our opinions are. So if you are simply, from my perspective, if I'm doing it and it simply can make a handful of people be like, hey, you know what? Big Cat has my back and I know where he stands on this, then it's important.
I'm just thinking about, this is very personal, but why it took me until George Floyd to realize there was this big of a fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting here and I'm thinking why it took me to seeing a guy's life escape him by a knee in his throat. Why didn't I recognize it in 2014? Why didn't I? And to me, to cheapen that into a black screen on Instagram would be to lie to the people and say, you know what? I'm with this. I'm with this movement. Look at me. I can't do that.
It's okay to be like, hey, this is hard. And it's okay to be like, hey, I'm beaten up about it. Like I'm ripped up inside. I've watched the news every single night and just been depressed. And that's a good thing, I think, because you're right, Brandon. Like it hasn't been the same in the past where it's like this feels a little different, where it's really reaching more people, and like more people are saying, you know what, just shut up and listen to the people who are trying to tell you what's wrong.
I really think the people that are protesting George Floyd peacefully, and the black people I know that have reached out to me, they don't want to tear this country apart. They just want this country to stop tearing them apart.
Yep.
That's where we're at.
The message was post the box, but then continue to post the videos and the conversations and the pictures that are really fucking people up and making them realize how bad it is. And I think people thought the message was just to stop. So I think you should post and keep moving. I also think the original message was white people should stop and let black people have the forum for a day.
Correct.
That got convoluted.
You know what? I still think that it has an intended effect that has been good. Like if you go to Instagram right now, it's not a normal day. And that's kind of important.
I think the only thing I would have done differently, just a simple change, is I think it should have been like a picture of George Floyd. I think it should have been something a little more specific that reminds people of the why.
So one last thing is I think it's okay. You know, like our culture is very much like be a leader, not a follower. It's okay to be a white guy and be like, I'm a follower right now. Like I'm taking my cues from everyone else.
Yeah.
It's good that it's difficult though. I think that's a good thing that this is like a hard thing. It's been the only thing kind of on my mind. Even, you know, like there was a few people mad at me that I'm not fucking playing video games tonight. It's like, I'm gonna play video games tomorrow. It's okay.
Just to speak back to what Brandon said a minute ago, like, you know, yeah, we all should have realized it earlier. We should have realized it with Eric Garner. We should have realized it with Breonna Taylor, everybody. But if you realize it now, that counts, man. Like that's the point is they're doing this and sacrificing and you know, risking like their lives in some cases to get people to change. So if you do it today or, you know, tomorrow, or just the sooner the fucking better. So good on anybody who's making the change no matter when it's occurring.
The rundown Wednesday, June 3rd. Bro, I'm still in Florida. I've extended one more round here. It looks like things are slowing down a little bit, right? Like last night wasn't as crazy in Manhattan, was it?
No.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit better, yeah. I mean, it's all relative because the prior nights were fucking nuts, but yeah, I think it calmed down a bit.
That's good that things are slowing down for sure.
It just feels like people are like, the police officers are finally being like, hey, you know what? There's a lot of people who want to peacefully protest. Let's not like it. The whatever the feeling was, where it was like a clash every single night, kind of has dissipated a little bit.
All right, Davey?
I'm day trading and I'm up 373 grand today, right? I sold a stock that I had so much money in that was tanking. And I'm like, I can't take it anymore. The stock Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
It is up
40%! How's that happen?
I sold it yesterday.
What? So how much would you be up?
$250,000 just on that. I would be up. I'm up 380 grand today, and I'm like sad.
Dude,
Damn.
fuck you.
Damn,
Fuck off.
dude. That's
Yeah.
real shit. That's real shit. That's real problems.
What do you want? All right. All right. This stock car, like the this go-kart racing, the pit crew, really cool video. It's up 40%.
40%!
If this car was a stock, it would be Mark. Just keeps running.
Injustice, really.
It's crazy. And you're on vacation too. That's the worst part.
Well, I'm working. I'm working.
I've just been doing nooners and nerd ropes.
We were all tagging Asa and shit on Twitter, and she was like, "I've fucked that guy hundreds of times, and I've never died of a mystic ritual, so I don't know what you're talking about." But yeah, I mean, if you're a porn creep like me, I guess you for sure know your boy Nacho. He's deep in the game.
He had a penis candle business too. That was part of the headline. How do you get a mold for a penis candle?
I think I know.
Paper mache?
Yeah, I think there's like kits where you can clone your dick. I've heard.
You guys did that, right?
I tried to do it. So I got
How did it go?
It went poorly. And I'm like, I can't put like a half C in there. If I'm gonna clone my dick, I want it to be my full dick. And then I'm like, by the time I did it, I was just left with like a messy, flaccid dick and a bowl of paper mache. It was a disaster.
That's a real, like, what am I doing with my life kind of moment.
Big time. It was in a dark period of my life, and I was just like, what am I doing? Clean it up, Clancy. Clean it up.
I'm fucking in my 30s, got paper mache dick.
With the poisonous toad. Now, if the mystic ritual didn't specify dangerous toads,
or you sneaky shove it in somebody's ass or something.
That's a problem. If a mystic toad's going up my asshole, I gotta know about it. You can't.
I gotta know. Whoa.
I have a question. Where is he getting the toads from? Where is the drug dealer toad coming from? Like, is there a drug?
That's a road you do not want to go down, Rone.
You don't
That's
wanna
a
know
road
that,
you don't
man.
want to go
You
down.
don't want to open up Pandora's box, Rone.